Well, we rearranged the room so that kind of put. Oh, yeah, you got that
Looking
flag. Yeah.
great.
Well, we
Much
kind of
better.
rearranged it. You keep shoving me farther towards the door.
Well, take a
I,
hint, buddy.
I mean, you you buy one more thing, I'm probably going to be on the front porch.
In all honesty, the last thing we got, I didn't buy it. My son bought a bookcase for his CD. No,
Well, yeah, for
his
his record player
player and
and
a record.
records, he's into that.
The picture Target. Hey, Target, what the heck? Okay,
Yeah.
watch. The picture in the bookcase looked like he could fit his records this way into the bookcase, right?
Right.
Like a regular book.
And
And it doesn't.
yeah, it's
it's
like
bad.
9 inches deep, 9.5. Yeah, so it's like 9.5 inches deep. That's false advertising.
I
I
agree.
was with him when he bought him,
False
and
advertising.
yeah, it showed a picture of records and the record player fitting in there.
Perfectly fit.
Yeah,
and
perfectly
it don't.
fit. But when he got it, I mean, this stuff sticks out like that. He can't do that.
So I got it from my books, which I got plenty of.
Anyway, this one here video is like, look, we got like 30 days to this election, okay? And I just cannot understand how filthy some of these people are, okay? Here's the thing, like this Robert De Niro fella, okay? He's out there with this weird thing in his mind saying that if Trump gets elected, he's going to come after me. Well, you know what? You are the epitome of a coward, sir. You opened your mouth. You've persecuted this man. You have talked smack about this man for 4 years. And let me tell you something. When he's elected president, which is looking very likely right now, if he comes after you, you deserved it. If you don't want to be picked on, perhaps you should keep your little mouth shut.
You got no one to blame but yourself.
Trust me, I had lots of people hit me in my lifetime. All right, when you open your mouth and put your face in front of a man, you got to expect to be hit. But now you're sitting over there like a lot of these other whining, crying little sissy. Oh, I mean to tell you, Hollywood is so filthy. These people are so nasty. All right. And if you watch The View, I am so sorry for you. But anyway, these people, last time, 4 years ago, they said, or 8 years ago, they said they were going to leave the country. Did they? No. They just complained. They shot their weak little mouths off. And now we still have these pathetic pus bags in Hollywood. You can tell how much I love these people, right? But yeah, they lie to you because you're gullible. You believe them. It's like the mainstream media, the same thing. Here it is. If you believe anything the mainstream media, or they call themselves the legacy media right now, you have to understand these are just their opinions. And they're not even their opinions. Why? Because they're weak-minded people too. They just tell you what they're told to tell you by the Democrats. Now, the Democrats, they only do what the rich people think. The one percenters you guys always protest and talk smack about, these people fund the left. So, and it's like I'm sitting back here and I'm looking at this, and I am like, right now, America is so bad. We are killing babies. All right. We have a Nazi FBI arresting people and persecuting people with a different political view. You people attacked Melania Trump. This woman did nothing. She did absolutely nothing. She was married to a man. That was her crime. Let me tell you something. If you come after my wife like that, I'm coming after you. And that's not a brag or a threat or anything. I mean, look, is Donald Trump perfect? Absolutely not. I don't even like the feller. But the other option is so nasty and so disgusting. All right, our economy is shot. This man has destroyed everything. And I'm going to put this war to you people in the simplest forms. Those missiles that Iran launched, we paid for. All right? These people are so delusional and confused in their head, they thought everything Donald Trump did sucky suck. All right? So on the first day in office, Joe Biden created this war because he stopped drilling domestic oil and we started buying oil from Iran. That gave them a surplus of money. Now, any fool who has an IQ over a potato knows that if you give a terrorist country money, you know what they're going to do with it. And they spent it really good. They funded Hamas and Hezbollah.
They made their own little,
Yeah.
So now they got money to attack other people.
Yep. Anti-Christian is nasty.
Yeah, they don't want to coexist. You know those little bumper stickers that say coexist? They don't want to do that.
No.
They don't want to do that. We Christians want to coexist, honestly. We're just gonna,
I do.
I do. I don't want any drama from anybody, but here we are, And look, Melania Trump, as far as I know, she's not She's not anybody that
I know nothing about her. She might be an evil woman. I don't know. I don't think so, but she could be.
Look, she's definitely. If I read her video right, her little advertising video, she's pro-abortion. Yeah, automatically means. But I think to me, I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, automatically means that I got issues with her. But having said that, here's the thing, though. I gotta tell you. Okay. You cannot be pro-abortion in one hand, pro-abortion, pro the killing of babies, and on the other hand, this is for us Christians, right? You cannot do that, and on the other hand, donate money to the scholarships and do all this stuff, and imagine that somehow
it makes you a hypocrite to me.
God does not take the offering from the hand from dirty hands or bloody hands. This is why David couldn't build the temple.
Correct.
And if you're pro-abortion, if you're pro-life, or if you have even the attitude that says, well, I would never do it, but I don't care what anybody else does, and we had that stand, okay? Yeah. We did. Okay, anything else that you do on this hand, God cannot take it because your hands have blood in them. Look, I know it sounds terrible and really dramatic, but that is how God sees this.
For me,
in the Bible or something.
We have a constitution, and the left wants to get away from the constitution because they know they could never get the votes, okay, to change the constitution. Now, they've done a great job of brainwashing people. How do you brainwash somebody? I was a salesman. We went to this class. You get 7 no's before you get a yes. And it's proven scientifically. It works on 80% of the people. Does this sound good to you? You get them to say yes 7 times. And the next thing you know, you've sold your job. Okay? You have to do this, all right? And they have done this. They start you out in grade school now with little colorful gay parades, all right? They're mutilating our children. All right. It's a scientific fact. They've done the research. Puberty kills transgenderism in most cases. All right. And if transitioning makes you happy, why are the last 7 school shooters transgender? Now, these are all facts. I mean, literally, if you want to stop gun violence, stop selling guns to the left. I mean, it's like if you stop selling guns to liberals, 80% of the shootings will go away. I mean, why do you care about this? Because they told you to care about this. Why do they care about this? They don't give a damn about your safety, and here's the reason why they don't. If they did, we would have armed guards in every school, just like we do the DMZ, the motor vehicle people. DMV. I was going to say DMZ. Demilitarized zone. Oh. That's where my head is. But anyway, yeah, right? But no, you're not smart enough to understand that. Now, everybody's got these long opinions on things. The simplest answer is usually the answer, all right? If you want your children to be safe, you have to put armed guards there. The government understands this on government facilities. They want their employees to be safe, so what do? They put armed guards there. Okay, but they start you off in grade school. It's stop saying it's a public school. It's not. It's a government school, and it's you don't even know you're brainwashed, and you have very strong opinions. You can't even figure it out. You cannot even express your opinion without their catchphrases, and that's the sad part. I mean, you look at this guy, George Stephanopoulos. I mean, look at his face. I haven't seen that much hate because he knows the gig is up. These people are fighting for their job and they're not smart enough to understand. Just shut up. Tell the truth. See where
Yeah.
that goes.
Yeah.
Donald,
You
yeah.
know, just
I
nobody
mean-
seems to want to
Yeah.
participate with the truth these days anymore. It's crazy, you guys.
Yeah, here's the whole thing. There's this guy that I watch because he really knows a lot about war. But he lives in the Beltway and he's a gun owner, so he tries to placate to them. Now he is talking about misinformation coming out of the hurricane zone. You can't call it misinformation when it's their experience. Now, I tend to give them a lot of credence, the people that live there, because we saw this in Hawaii, all right? And the mainstream media doesn't even talk about it anymore. No, these people are willing accomplices of the left, all right? You watch what's going to happen here. This is going to be a government land grab for the 1%, just like it turned out to be in Washington, D.C. Now, this is my opinion, okay? But it happened in Hawaii, and it's going to happen here. You have to understand that you cannot have a double-sided justice system, okay? You cannot persecute Donald Trump when you refuse to persecute Hillary Clinton, who actually did real crimes and real felonies, right? Tantamount to treason. She did election interference. She had government documents. She had pay for play with the Clinton Foundation. And we know all of this to be true. And you didn't prosecute her. Why? Well, because she's part of the left. She probably knows where the bodies are buried, right? You look at Epstein Island. I heard they have recordings, okay? We still haven't gotten any justice for Epstein Island, just like you're not going to get any justice from this Twitty guy. Was it Twitty? Diddy? P. Diddy. You're not going to get justice there. Why? Because this is the filthy left.
See, it's already dying down.
It's already dying down. No one's talking about it.
And I mean, again, P. Diddy, the parties. I mean, all these people that were there. You know the name.
Yep.
You know the abuse that happened. You know the only one that really is was Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
But everybody else, nothing's happening. To
Nothing
anybody.
will happen. And ask yourself, who's been in charge through all of this? Who? Right?
Yep.
The left.
Yep.
All right? So I'm just saying, it's time for everybody to wake up.
Yeah.
Turn the TV off. Go to social media. And look, trust me, I used to be on the left. But when you wake up, it's a very soul, gut-wrenching experience. Because at first you listen to the other opinion and you get mad. Because if the other side is right, that means I'm stupid. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just telling you, oh my gosh, it's just, look, I actually was convinced that George Bush, let's call him Jr., right? I was convinced he was a conservative man. I was wrong. He tricked me. He's in bed with the left, just like I'd say 50 to 60% of the Republican candidates are in bed with the left. That's why they call it the Uniparty.
Yeah.
You look at the Speaker of the House right now, this guy is part of the Uniparty. In my mind, he's no better than Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're all the same.
Say
They're
anything,
all
do
the same.
anything to get elected. You can't do this. You got to watch how they vote. You can't believe the media. You can't believe what they say. I mean, this is literally a swamp. It's gross.
It needs to be cleaned out for sure.
Right.
Yeah, but look, you just need to be awake and aware
We
of
need
what's going on. Yeah.
Christian values.
Yeah. Sounds. I mean, I guess we keep repeating ourselves in that case, but
Yeah.
even the atheists are waking up, going like, "Wait a minute, I really like living with the Christians. They're nice, you know."
Yeah.
And like there was this one debate I watched with. Oh, okay. This young lady, evidently she was an atheist, and she was talking to Richard Dawkins, I think it's his name. And she had her conversion, and she's now a Christian, and all of that. And so they were having this debate, right? And she said this. She says, when I was proclaiming atheism, she said, I would walk around with an arm and speaking against Muslims. Okay, she says I would walk around with an armed guard because she got death threats and things like that all the time. She says, you know what I would get from the Christians? She says I would get a letter saying we'll pray for you, that you yada yada yada. They were just nice and everything else. And the guy Dawkins says, yeah, you know what? I never met a Becker I didn't like. They're all very nice people. Just the sheer contrast there, okay? Christians, I mean, we're not all great, we're not all perfect, there's no way we could be, but we understand at least the basic message.
Right.
Be nice to people, try to bring them to Christ is our tenets to that, but that does not, we're not allowed to beat them over the head with it, and violence is not the answer. And I mean, but that is not what the other side believes. Okay,
That's right.
That is not what they believe.
They believe the end justifies the means, and I do not believe that.
I don't think so either.
All right, you as a Christian need to hold yourself above it, and you have to have some compassion for these people because they literally don't know. All right, and I mean, you can have the most educated people out there. They do not know, and they're not going to look at the other side because it makes them uncomfortable. All right? I mean, these people think they know. They think they're the nice people. I'm telling you right now, if you go along with baby killing, every aspect of any grown-up decision that you make from that point on, in my mind, is not trustworthy because you cannot condone murder and say that it's wrong to go, I always used to kick a dog or kick a cat thing, right? But you're perfectly okay with murdering a child. But you can't be cruel to an animal. That's ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
You're perfectly okay with cancel culture because you don't agree with what the other man says. No, we have freedom of speech. It's not hate speech. And here's the thing: they want to get out there now. They're calling it misinformation. No. They want their lies to be what you hear, their version of the truth. And if anyone disagrees with it, they want to call it misinformation. That's why freedom of speech is so important, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and they will take the Second Amendment so that they can take the first one.
That's right.
Okay. Always, I keep saying that because it's true.
I've literally heard politicians say the Constitution is getting in the way of governing. No, you govern with the Constitution, but you guys want total control. You're socialists. I'm telling you right now, Kamala Harris is the biggest socialist I've ever heard in my life. She doesn't even hide it. She comes right out and use socialist catchphrases.
Yeah.
But anyway, folks, I'm telling you, just everybody calm down. And here's the thing why I have absolutely no trust in our election thing. They will refuse to investigate, which is what they always do. There was widespread voter fraud. The problem is they can stand there and say there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud because they refuse to investigate it, right? Now, therein lies your problem. There was voter fraud, but they can say there's no evidence because they own the FBI and the Justice Department. The Justice Department helped rig the election, in my opinion, and they don't want to look into it, right? So when those smug reporters sit there, all right, I mean, these people are like children. They're not reporters anymore. They're active participants in every debate, everything they say. They want to correct people. They want to put out the left message. So, I mean, if you watch the mainstream media or The View or anything like this, I mean, your IQ is at such a level you can't accept the truth. And it's not your fault. It took years of conditioning for these people to do this to you. All right. So, people who have woken up, you need to show a little compassion to these people. They're like small children.
You got to be patient.
Yeah, you got to be patient with them because they don't know. They don't understand. And it's really hard for them to understand a different viewpoint if they don't agree with it. And it's the weirdest thing when you talk to them. They can't explain their position. All they can do is repeat catchphrases and say, I feel.
Yeah. Anyway.
But anyway, we need there's two things coming here, I firmly believe. We're either going to live in an Islamic country or we're going to live in a Christian country. Now, I know all you women sitting out there talking about the Bible for good reason. You've had bad experiences in churches, and I know what you're talking about. But trust me, the church is way better than Islam.
Here's the thing. I believe we read our scriptures. There's patterns. If you follow the patterns that are in the Bible, you'll see the patterns that we do in life.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing: we'll be under Islamic rule for a good while if we don't get our crap together. For whatever, usually 70 years, a full generation, long enough for this generation to pass away and to get clean hands on the ground, but they're not full of blood of the innocent. So we'll see.
Yeah. Anyhow, coming up sometime probably this week, I'll have a new gun video, right? Maybe if I'm lucky, and a new knife video too. Yes, and we shall be talking Bible thumping stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna go live here in about 10 minutes for my Psalms. I'm working through the Psalms whenever I can. We do it live because that one is easier. I don't have to upload. It's 150 of them.
Yeah, it's weird. The Psalms, right? Do I like reading them? Now, if you take them one at a time, I like them.
They're a lot easier.
But it's like when you hit it, when you're reading through the Bible and you hit the Psalms, it's like,
Yeah. All right.
All right. God bless you, everybody.